Greetings and welcome, one and all, welcome to Channel Other Doc. I am Jim, I use he, him pronouns, and I'm doing a world building month. This Sunday, one-shots this month will have all world building themes, and this week we're going to be playing Dawn of Worlds, which is a map drawing game where we each are sort of deities populating a world, and we're gonna just sort of see how that goes. I'm very much looking forward to it. First, we're going to go ahead and introduce everybody. I'm going to start with Nox. Hello.
Hi, I'm Nox. She, her are my pronouns. And you can. I don't remember what you said. Are we going to do it?
Come to think of it, I should have probably prompted something. But what is your? Do you have a favorite fantasy setting or other just fictional setting that you like?
Yes. I feel like I should pick like something from literature, but but I really like the Planescape setting from Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, that's cool. That's absolutely fine. I'm sorry, this is things I should have said earlier. Good Lord. I like Planescape, and I haven't actually had a chance to delve into it too much, but one day. Very cool. And let us move on to Val. Hello.
Hi, I'm Val, also known as V Fergie. My pronouns are they and them, she and her, and sometimes he and him. I'm pretty pronoun indifferent. My favorite fantasy setting, I would have to be with the RPGs that I played, Dragon Age type of thing, the Thetis type of thing, and that's kind of all I got.
Cool, no, that's cool. He's good, he's very good. I hear many good things about that. Mm-hmm. And finally, Janaya.
Hello, my name is Janaya, and my pronouns are she, her, and I think I would have had to have thought about it for a really long time to come up with my favorite, but I played a number of hours of Lady Blackbird, actually in our case it's Lord Blackbird last night, and I'm really into just playing in the wild blue and that sort of idea of being in space, but being able to go outside and be like, oh, I'm on a ship, and it just, the narrative possibilities of it are so much fun, and I'm having such a great time with it, so awesome. That might be my jam right now.
Very cool, very cool. Excellent. Sorry to just sort of spring that on you folks. I hadn't been thinking about it until just a moment ago, and I'm like, oh crap. Professionalism. Okay. But basically the way this game works, we sort of build up points that we can use to do things each game and each round, and we just build another thing, and just sort of figure things out from there. But before we actually get into rounds, I did want to give everyone an opportunity. I just sort of drew a strange mess there on the map, and I want to give everyone an opportunity if they want to add a major feature to this continent. To go ahead and do so. So I guess I'll start just down the list with Nox. If you want to throw something in, it can be a big river or a mountain range or another island or whatever you want.
For some reason I'm real hung up on like islands. So I think I'm gonna add an island. Maybe like I'm gonna do my best to make a convincing coastline. There we go. And maybe like, hold on, I would add a little more because it's like a little archipelago. Okay.
That is much better than mine. That's awesome. No, that's great. Cool. Val, what would you like to add?
Let's add some mountains. Let's see if I can do this and everything. It should be interesting. There.
Nice. Very cool. Excellent. And Janaya, what you want to put in there?
Think. Well, I was going to put a big volcano over here, but I think maybe, yeah, let's actually do that. I'm going to draw sort of like a huge kind of centering volcano that, so this will be the, oh, that's purple. Oh, well. Top of the volcano, and I'm going to draw some lines going out.
Very cool.
Ooh, yeah, you can never go wrong with a volcano.
That's
Cool.
true. Volcanoes are fun.
Yes, excellent. Cool. Yeah, so basically, the way that this is set up, it's we're each sort of taking on the roles of deities, and we can have like deity portfolios if we want to be a specific type of deity. I haven't really decided if I want to be a deity or not, but we can totally say that we are if we want. And so that's a thing we can do. Had anybody thought? Does anyone have thoughts about that? Or
As I stated in the before show, I do, but I was gonna save it. I can be. So I mean, we can do whatever.
Yeah. Okay. We'll figure it out kind of as we go. Maybe I'm kind of liking doing this sort of organically and figuring out, sort of seeing if something emerges.
Okay.
If a theme emerges.
I know what I'm the god of.
Okay.
I am the god of consternated animals.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Some kind of pissed off druid.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Nice. Excellent.
I don't know what I would be the god of, so I'm just going to figure that out as we go.
Yeah. I think if time wears on, I end up defaulting to death sometimes, but we'll see sort of if that happens this time or not.
I usually default to being the archangel of poetic justice whenever I can, but I don't know how that works in the building of worlds, so we'll see.
It's a good question. It's the poetarium. I don't know. So we have 3 ages. We start in the sort of the age of land. We are supposed to do a minimum of 5 rounds per age, and you each have this document with a number of point costs for things. We go rolling. I believe it's 2d6. To figure out how many points we have to start out with. So we each do that, and that'll tell us what what we got. So go right ahead. And yeah.
Okay.
You can put your totals in your boxes up there, so folks can see that. You can keep track of it.
6.
Damn, Janaya.
That's
Oh, it's 2d6. I need to roll one more. I was like, how did Janaya get 9? Good God.
I have the magic d6.
Yes.
There we go.
Cool. Let's see. Yeah, I've got 4 points.
Really? Wow, okay.
I did that right, correct?
Yeah, you've got 5 points. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Alright. I'm just gonna put mine in the box here. Cool. Alright. So let's see what we got. Alright. Okay, so do you want me to
Oh.
do you Sorry, I'm reading chat. Do you want me to Vex Plushia, a name listed in dread amongst the faithful. Do you folks want me to start, or do you do we have a particular order we want? I guess I'll go ahead and start, if that just by way of demonstration.
I think in the rules it says you start based on how many points you have.
Oh, do you? Okay. Easy. We can do that. Oh yeah, that's right. It's if unless there's like a particular author person going on.
Yeah.
So we can totally do that. So that would be Janaya.
Oh.
Or Nox. Wait, well, let me see. Wait. Let me look.
Go for it,
into-
Janaya.
Where are we? I'm lost. Okay.
I don't know.
Nox
Hold
has.
on, let me
nine-
open
Oh yeah,
my
that's
roll.
right. You rolled twice. I gotcha. So it's either going to be Nox or Janaya. You both have 9 points.
Hey, Nox, you should go first.
Okay. All right. So we're
Alright.
in our first round. I have 9 points to play with. Our
Mhm.
first age. Well, the first round of the first age.
Yeah.
Um.
You got a lot of different things. Anytime you want me to read something out or make explanations of whatnot, I'll be happy to do so.
Yeah, I think. I think. So one of the changes you made is that shape land costs 3
What-
per 2 inches, right? Am I
Yes.
remembering that right? Okay.
Yeah, it's still, it was 3 per 1. I have a bit of a hack that I do with this one where it's so that we get a decent amount of terrain in the first age.
Mhm.
You get 2 inches instead of 1 inch
Gotcha,
when you're
cool.
shaping land, or 2 hexes instead of 1 hex in this case.
Yeah, yeah.
It's basically the
Okay.
same thing.
Okay, I will just stick to the basics since I'm new, like most of us here, and I'm gonna shape land. So I can like make mountains and rivers and shit, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna make a river because that's fun. I'm not gonna use my color. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, no, let's not worry about that. I was
'Cause I-
thinking about that, and then I'm like, just things can be whatever color they want to be. We'll
Because
figure it
yeah,
out.
I don't want it to look like poop. So I think that there's a river that comes down from this mountain range here.
Cool.
Is that it? Is that my thing?
Yeah, it's 3 points per. But I think with rivers you also have a little more leeway because they're generally narrow. So if you need it to go further, to extend to something, you can do that. But,
Yeah, I would probably just like have like another one
yeah,
there or
that's
something.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah. Is that good? Is that it?
sure.
Is that all my money can buy?
Well, I mean, it's you've got. I mean, yeah, you could get like up to basically 6 inches worth of or 6 X's worth of stuff, but it's however. What do we want to call that? Actually, I'd only say charge only like 3 points for that, since that's just like right there, and it's just really primarily only in 2 hexes.
So you can go as many times as you want in your turn, or do you roll once per age? You roll once per turn.
Yeah, you
And
roll
like if
once
she
per
wanted
round.
to
Yeah.
if she wanted to make something that was 6 hexes, she could do that for 9 points, but could she make 3 different things that were each 2 hexes?
Just double check real quick. I think so. It's been a little while, and of course, like a moron, I didn't have time to reread this before I started. But no, but I think that no, you can do an unlimited number of. There are only certain moves that you can only do once per turn.
Okay.
And those are actually
I
listed
see.
with asterisks down there on the power list.
Got it.
But anything you can do, whatever you can afford, basically.
Okay.
And you save
Just
whatever-
like life.
Yes. So
Okay.
you created a couple of rivers, which you may feel free if you wish to name, but you do not have to.
Eh.
And then, is that all you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we move on to Val.
Okay. I kind of want to make a little bit of rivers myself around the volcano because when it erupts, boiling water is always fun. Freehand. I'm just selecting the color very quickly.
Oh yeah.
Right here. Right there. It's 2. Gotta remember my total. 3. 4. So that's 4 hexes. So I have 1 left, I think. Yeah.
And if you want like big, thick rivers there, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a. I don't know if they're quite close enough to be considered a delta, but there probably could be a delta out there of some kind because of how that forms. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. Kind of a little bar off type of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So, are you done? Is that your thing?
That's my thing.
All right, and we'll move to Janaya. It's your turn.
Okay, I think I want to make an Everglades-style swamp.
Ooh.
And I'm trying to decide if I want to put it on the west or the east. I think I'm going to put it over here on the west. And I'm going to spend 6 points to kind of...
Yeah, I'm glad you're taking the dive into drawing something I would have no idea how to represent on a map. Like,
well, I mean, not having to draw it in purple is very helpful. We're just going to add some swampy little water squiggles. As I said, hello, I have 2 advanced degrees in art. I cannot draw with a mouse.
Well, that's it. They're now revoked forever.
That's probably true. They're like watching right now. They're like, hey, man, you send those pieces of paper back. We're going to put some little sticks in here for...
Your alma mater is stalking you on Twitch.
I would not be surprised. Okay, there we go. That is my swamp. And let's see if I wanted to name it. I want to call it the Swamp of Delhi. And I feel like it's got like some sort of gassy things in it that are very mysterious.
Okay. Very cool.
Excellent.
Should I write in text the name?
Sure, if you like.
Okay.
It's perfectly fine.
I don't know if it's like a quiet year where we're not supposed to.
Oh. No, not this. Yeah, this game you can do whatever you want, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Because I said so. The Swamp of Delphi. Cool. Excellent.
Great.
All right. Let's see. Where am I here? I have 4 points. And I shall use 3 of those points to create a mighty gorge. Because I feel as though there should be a mighty gorge of some kind.
You know, a good part of the challenge of this is just remembering like geographical
Is.
like land features to use, you know?
Yeah.
Google that right now.
Like, how does
It's like, oh, that's a thing. Yeah, you could totally make.
I'm going to put a... so I've got 2 hexes I can play with. Yeah, this is going to be... I should probably have made this a little darker. This is going to be a... some kind of Dread Canyon.
Dread Canyon.
Yes. I am not sure what to call the Dread Canyon, aside from just the Dread Canyon at the moment. But,
The dreaded Canyon of Dread.
yeah, the Canyon of Dread. The canyon where they play games of Dread. So there are many Jenga towers in there.
Yeah. You look inside, it's all just like Jenga blocks
Yes.
scattered at the bottom.
Yeah.
There's like discarded character sheets at the top.
No. All right, it's the Canyon of Dread now. I don't know what it was before, because it must be awesome. Now there is a point now where we re-roll, but let me just see what the thing is. Players on any turn with 5 or fewer points gain a cumulative +1 point for the next round, up to a maximum of +3. So we've just been through one round. And so if you have 5 or fewer points, then you get a +1 on this die roll for this to build points for this next round. So everyone can roll 2d12, possibly +1 if you're if that's what you got there. Let me just make a quick adjustment down here to the overlay. Okay. Oh no, it's in the right place. Never mind. Okay. All right. This is 2d6 +1. Oh, cool. So you add that many points to your total.
So 2d6 + 1.
If you had less than 5 points at the end of that round, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, oops.
So 6 now. Okay.
Didn't do that. Shit, I got total points now.
All right. And then play will pass back to Nox.
I think we just continue with going in point order, right?
Oh, do we?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, right, because of the possibly. Wait a minute. Let me look at the thing. You do that we go in point order every round? Is that
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Let me see if chaos. Maybe we do go in point order. Okay, we can do that. It's been way too long since I've done this. Okay. So whoever has the most points goes first. Most points total, or the most points in that roll? Did it say?
The highest total goes first.
Is that just for the first round, or is that in subsequent rounds?
Based on my reading of the text, I would say it's for every round.
Okay. Well, let's do that then. So the highest, it said we roll and then the highest total goes first, so I guess it's the highest total of that roll? Does that make sense, or is it the highest total?
I think it's the highest amount of points.
Okay.
My guess with the intention there is to reward like the biggest moves to go first. So if someone was saving up to drop a race in, they'd be able to like pop that in first.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. No, that totally works. That's the. This is unfortunately it has been a little while for me on this, so it's. And I don't think we even noticed that when we played before when I was doing that. So that's interesting. Okay, no, we can totally do that. And oddly enough, that would make me first.
Oh yeah.
I've just been going in. So we need to go in order of point total. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
yeah, because I think because like the most impactful actions cost the most points.
Yeah.
So I think that's why you get to go first.
Okay.
And the lowest impact of like just popping land in there.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll do another thing then. Let me just quickly make a note. Canyon of Dread. There we are. Okay. So I have 14 points. And it's interesting. Previously, I think part of the reason we just kept going around and around was because I had we'd been sitting around a table, and so that was kind of part of it. There's this weird thing where it's like the next person to go in the next. Never mind. Okay. All right, here we go.
I'll keep reading while everybody else goes.
Oh no, that's good. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're so good.
Oh, my brain. All right.
We're doing it live, baby.
Yay! So let's see. There's a climate thing. I've said that the climate's kind of assumed to be temperate, I think, if I recall correctly. And so it's the default climate, but you can make like tundras, deserts, icebergs. And so the default climate's temperate. So if you want to make like things that would just come as a result of that, it's shaped climate rather than shaped land, which is why I'm about to throw a desert down. I think. So I have right now, effectively, you see, I have 8 hexes worth of where I could put down 8 hexes of desert real estate if I so desire. Let's do that.
Do it.
I must draw a desert.
Do it.
Alright, here we go. It's going to come off of the canyon, right? So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Primarily, that's going to be roughly that size, I think. So, that's going to be... That's gonna be where right by the canyon here. This thing that I am terrible at drawing deserts.
I like it.
There it is. All right, and so that. Let's see, and I'll think of what I want to call it as we're sort of working that out. There we are.
Maybe the Desert of Dread.
The Desert of Dread. There's so much dread. Yeah, it could be.
Okay, so am I next?
And
Oh,
so
no.
It's going to
Nox is
go, if
next.
we're going in order of points, then
Nox.
it'll go toward Nox, yeah.
Okay. 13 points. All right, let's look at the thing. What are my options here? We're still in the first age. Okay, I see it kind of goes in order of like stuff I'd even be able to do. Okay, so let's still keep rocking the land shaping stuff. Oh shoot, I didn't what are my feature options? I googled it and then I forgot to look at it. Well, maybe I'll do something inspired by my location in the actual world. And
What is this actual world of you, which is I don't understand.
and I'll make like a valley. So like so like 2 mountain range fronts, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So if it costs 3 points per 2 inches, then I can make something pretty decent. Let's put something down this southern like area because there's nothing really there. Okay, so I get. Let's do my little mountain range situation. So let's see, that's 3, 6.5, kind of. Let's just even it out, and I don't know, whatever. So I'm gonna keep going. Let's put this down here. Let's see, that's like another 6. Where am I at? Okay, I think I've hit my max. Okay, so that's the thing.
Cool.
I'm gonna make like some little dash marks to indicate that this is like flat terrain or something, like a valley of some sort. If that comes across. Okay. Can I do that? Did I just cheat?
What, putting little sort of valley in between the mountains?
Yeah.
No.
Did I spend more money than I have? Okay.
I don't know how much did you just spend?
Let's see. That's 3, 6, 9.
7, 8, 9. Yeah, you count that as.
I'll get rid of my dash lines.
Count that as. I mean, that's in there, so I mean, I don't think that's a problem.
Okay, I'm done. That's it. I did my thing. I made my 2 mountain fronts, whatever ranges.
5, 6, 7. Yeah, did you spend like 12 points?
I think so.
4, 8.
That was my number I got to.
I think I'm not gonna worry if there's a valley down there. That's fine. I think this is we're okay to be vague with this. We don't have to go to the exact measurement of the thing. It's not the map police will not come and get you. So it's no problem really. But since this round we're going in order of totals, I guess Janaya would be next.
So I would like to make an impenetrable forest.
Excellent.
And I'm going to do that up here. And I'm going to make it pretty big. So that's the borderline, and then I'll make something to make it clear that this is trees. I'll put trunks on those. Just give me a second. If anybody has an idea for what we should call this impenetrable forest.
Ironwood.
Ironwood?
I like ironwood. That
All right.
work. Sure.
What was the first thing that came to mind? I was like, please call it Ironwood. Please call it Ironwood.
Oh. You know, I think it's just going to be... This is too much of a cliche, but perhaps on the nose, but I think I'm just going to call the desert the Pale.
I like it.
I like it.
I wonder if, like, it goes up in an elevation, and then there's that gorge, and then, like, on the other side, it's, like, this, like, verdant, field.
I think it totally could be.
Yeah, barren and just.
So, yeah, if that's your turn, then it's.
That's my turn, so I am
Oh
done.
no worries. We'll go on to Val.
Beautiful.
Okay, and then climate. I can make a tundra. I'm just trying to figure out how I can draw a tundra.
Ooh. Now I'm starting to think possibly I cheated because I made a desert using the land shaping instead of the climate shaping.
Yeah.
I need to think about that. I might owe some points, or I need to shrink the desert.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm just trying to thinking out loud how to.
Sure.
I'll draw a shape. Let's see.
Let's Google tundra.
Yeah. Because I think it'll be like icy blue. Maybe I can like color in the Allen.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah.
Let's do that. I'll just color in like an Allen type of thing. Doo-doo.
Yeah.
If it lets me. There. There. Oh, okay. It's letting me. So that. Oh, that one didn't count.
No worries. He's good.
So when you're drawing your stuff, you want to make sure you have the freehand tool selected.
Oh, okay.
Not draw shape.
Oh, okay.
Because it looks like you got squares.
Yeah, I got squares.
Yeah.
I
In
got
case that
them.
helps you.
That does. If it lets me select the color now. Do.
Yeah, you want to select the tool first and then the color.
Yeah, it's not letting me. Oh, finally it did.
Yay!
Yay!
I fixed the desert.
Oh my god.
Is it less pale?
No, it's still pale. It's just,
Oh, okay.
It got some sun.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I can do that.
It's a desert.
And then,
I think you could make like some straight lines or something to like represent like the flatness, maybe. I don't know. That's my guess.
Draw some white lines over the top to make it easier.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
I think that's about 6 points, maybe.
I That can't be no more than 3, my friend. There's no
Oh,
way.
okay.
Yeah, for that, no.
Yeah, I'll do more.
Just for those little islands?
Yeah.
Yeah, give us tundra the hell up out of these islands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yay! My fellow deities are letting me get in tundra with it.
You can have as much ice as you like.
Mm-hmm. I actually really like the idea that these smaller surrounding islands are tundra.
Yeah.
Because it's just, I don't know, it sounds like an actual thing. It's not like our fantasy bullshit,
Yeah.
geography.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, if I do that, that's like 3, 5. There we go. And then I can do some icebergs later or whatever.
Ooh, that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Be perfect. There are probably some floating in there.
Some glaciers, yeah, that's cool.
Okay. So that's so some tundra on the islands.
Yeah.
Which we haven't really talked about names for them, but that's okay. We don't have to. You can if you wish.
The Frozen Isles, I guess.
Frozen Isles, yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think that's cool.
So, something that has been pointed out to me is that it might be more equitable if we go, instead of order of point total, just in order of whatever the highest roll is. Is that something we'd find more amenable just as gameplay develops? Are we good with
Sure.
Would we be good with doing that?
I'm good with anything.
All right.
Let's do it.
As we sit here rereading and reinterpreting these rolls.
It's not clear on that point, so yeah. I
Yeah.
think we can-
Yeah, that's the one thing. This game, by the way, for anyone watching, this game is free. So it's and I think it's a great resource for folks who want to do world building, but it is available. If you just Google Dawn of Worlds PDF, you can go right to it. So yeah, let's see. So we've each got in our total. I think now we each have less than 6 points, so we can each do. And it's if you had a +1 last time, you now have a +2 that you can roll with your roll here.
So that's Janaya and Val.
Yeah.
Get +2 now, right?
Yeah, because I had a +1 last time.
Oh, okay.
And so I also every round that you end with 5 or fewer points, you get a cumulative +1 up to a maximum of +3.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm still at I was at +1 last time, so I'm now at +2.
12? Okay.
Okay.
Yay, I'm starting to go up.
Damn, Jim.
All right. Let's see. So I have 13. So it's going to be 13, 10, 8, and 7. Okay, that's just in reverse order here. Cool. So I guess I'm going first again. Okay, here we go.
That was an evil laugh if I ever heard one. My gosh.
Okay. Let's see. I wonder if I want to. Oh. Yes. Here, let me look at the points here real quick. Yes.
Okay.
I think all I'm gonna do. Yeah. I think all I'm gonna do here is I will make. No, we need more features here. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go nuts on this island down here, and put a thing of mountains on it.
Yay!
So let me find something kind of bluish for no apparent reason. Okay, I've got. Yeah. going to create this sort of barrier thing here, right? I should use the brush to do that, though. That would be very helpful.
So not to distract from our current game, but you know what would be like a neat interpretation of this is if you did like an underwater environment.
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool.
Well, I mean, you could do an underwater environment right here.
This is true. There's still plenty of water out there.
Time to make my fucking mermaids.
Oh yeah.
One can never have
It's
enough,
always time for mermaids.
never have enough mermaids.
Jim, I don't like the way you say it. It doesn't sound like it's gonna be good for my mermaids.
Mermaids are so good and friendly. Nothing could possibly go wrong with them. So that's a very jagged mountain range that I have thrown down, and that's actually all I'm going to do. So I'm going to hoard a few points here.
Is that like an icy mountain range?
I would like it to be, but again, the way that I sort of specified, I haven't done anything to the climate down there.
Right, gotcha.
So
Gotcha,
I'm
gotcha,
just going to
gotcha.
keep it at that, and then I'm going to hoard points, and that will be pretty much, yeah. I think that'll be, oh, okay. Yes, don't do what you're thinking of doing, Jim. Just hoard the points. Yes, sir. Okay, I'll do that. Hi, how's it going? I'm back. Yes.
You had a moment.
I had a moment when I was, I had a moment when I thought, I thought of a power gamey thing to do, and then I'm like, no, don't do that. So there we are. Yes, we're good.
Okay. So we can hoard our points and then just add it to our next roll, or
Well, not to your next roll, but it's gonna
like add in type of thing.
You add it to
whatever
you
you
add
roll.
your next roll to it. Yeah, basically.
Okay,
So it's
okay.
yeah. So when you're rolling, you do not you get it.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
But, so next is gonna be Val. So you're next.
Okay. I'm gonna add some icebergs and then like 2 icebergs and then just stop type of deal and hoard type of thing. And I'm gonna draw some regular icebergs. Okay. And I'm done. I know it's not inspiring, but you know.
Yeah. No worries.
Little baby icebergs.
No,
Yeah.
the polar bears need those.
Mm-hmm.
And the penguins.
Mm-hmm.
The evil penguins.
Yeah.
It's
you
gonna
know,
turn-
It's gonna turn into like the Golden Compass, and we have like a whole society of polar bears.
Oh man, I'm here for this.
Nice. Yes. Jania's next.
All right. I am going to draw an entrance to a cavern and that cavern. And it's going to go underneath the edge of the volcano
Yeah.
so that it's kind of like toasty and warm in there. So the entrance is going to be right here. And then it's going to go. So that will be the cavern.
Neat.
And I think it's like, you know, normal cool cavern towards the front of the cavern, but as you get back to this area in the back, it gets warm because the lava is sort of rushing by. Stuff.
Excellent. Cool. Good.
Dig it.
And it moves, and so if that's that's your
That's
move.
my
it moves
move.
on.
And that's 6 points, right? For 1, 2, 4. Yeah.
You had 4. You did 4 hexes. Yeah, 6 points.
Yeah.
All right, Nox.
Okay, I want to do shape climate. And I'm gonna use I think it's a blue color, very light pastel shade of blue. to turn as much of this island into a snowy climate as I can. Like an Arctic climate, I guess. So let's start here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, it's 1 inch for the climate. Okay. So I have 9 points. Okay, so actually, I wish you could control Z and roll 20.
I know.
You can just click. Yeah, you got it.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and make we'll make this little mountainous area here a snowy climate. Oops, that's what I wanted to do. Damn it, roll 20, work with me here.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna like encircle all these hexes.
Cool.
Nice.
Do that to indicate it's a snowy climate. All right, that's it. Those are all my points.
Excellent.
I have 0 points.
Excellent. So, if you have cumulatives, go ahead and roll those bonuses. Some of you might actually have +3s at this point if you've been using all your points. We'll go into the 4th round.
Okay.
Oh, are we on the 4th round already? Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That'll be 14. Okay.
All right. So, looks like this round, Janaya will be first.
Oh dear. Okay. That's good because I'm really ready for that. Let's see. Kind of want to do something. There's this big, huge bay that goes in here, and I want to do something with that, but I don't know what I want to do with it.
Yeah, good point.
I think so. If I make something really skinny, like a river, it still counts any hexagon it crosses, right?
We've got. I think there's more leeway with rivers. Honestly, if it's like a skinny river, you can extend.
So
it
what
out
I want to do is
if
I
you
want to cliffify some of this into sort of a fjord as it cuts into.
Ooh.
So let me just sort of draw what I'm thinking, and then you can tell me if I have enough points for that. Kind of want from here around to here. I want these to be like deep, sharp cliffs of despair, so to speak.
Excellent. I like that. Yeah, I think that you're looking at. Let me see here. And so it's 1, 2. Yeah. That's. I mean, that seems to take up. Honestly, I would probably only go like 3 points for that, just because it's so narrow.
Sweet.
Because that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. So like in total, you're covering like the amount of maybe a little more than 2 hexes, but I don't think it goes all the way to like 3 or 4 hexes. So yeah. So that's that's fine.
Okay. That is my turn.
Cool. Okay, and so let's see. Next up will either be Nox or myself. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Oh, how many points do I have? I don't have that many. 9. Okay, I'm gonna make gotta find the right color for this. There we go, I think that's good. I'm gonna make a reef. And I'm gonna put it I'm gonna put it over here. Nope, damn it. Hate that it resets the colors between tools. I'm gonna put it here. Maybe. There we go. Okay, I guess it's not sticking to the grid like I wanted to, but that's fine. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna stick it here. So I'm gonna use so two hexes cost that many points. And I've given up on using the line tool because good God almighty.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna freehand this sucker. So we're gonna put it here. I think maybe this way as well. And I'm gonna make some squiggles to indicate it's a reef. Because why not?
Cool. I like that.
And I think that's it. That's it for me. That's what I've bought at the land store.
Excellent. Good.
Is there like a Home Depot for the gods?
Yeah.
Or like Lowe's?
That's where they sell the continental shelves.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'll see myself out. All right. And I guess I'm next. I was just thinking that yeah, there's something about I wanted to call the down this thing down here, the Eternal Mountain Range, or but it's not quite right, like the Mountains of Eternity or some weird thing like that. But I'll come back to it. Anyway, I should do a thing. Let's see. Dun dun dun. Still feel like we need more stuff. Stuff would be good. Okay.
Oh, you got 20 damn points, Jeb, so throw some shit on the board.
I should, shouldn't I? That would be the right thing to do.
Yep. It's time to go to that Home Depot of.
I know.
Like,
Time to get the continental shelves. Yeah, it's doing a thing with my mouse right now where it's trying to. You know that thing where it sometimes will take your mouse and just go wherever it goes. Oh, I lost Roll20. Hang on just a second. Let me go back in. Okay. Look at. Thankfully, I've got it open in other locations, so I can just sort of look at that and figure out what's going on while it's reopening. Let's see. What do I want? What do I want? We have. Let's see. We've got swamps and desert and volcano and mountains and forests. And I think we need some more trees. I feel like there need to be more trees. Let's make more trees. Use this swath of angry dark gray trees.
Don't forget, you do have the climate thing as an option.
Yeah.
If you want to make more climate-y things.
This is true. But, yeah. Let me put the swath of dark, angry gray trees out here. 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah.
What's like a swampy tree-y place called? Is that just a swamp, or?
I mean, swamps have trees.
Yeah.
So a marsh is something without trees, or does it have trees too?
Oh, jeez, I don't know.
Marshes are like maybe they have little trees. Maybe I'm not really sure. I can't
I think of
remember.
marshes as brackish, but I think that's just because I've always lived on a coast.
Same.
So marsh is a synonym for swamp. But it says it's an area of low-lying land that is flooded in wet seasons or at high tide and typically remains waterlogged at all times.
You might get like the little
Then I'm just gonna put it all the way to the coast.
like little like cattails and everything. If you
Cat o' nine tails, yeah.
yeah, like that and everything.
Okay.
And very like thin trees if they do have any.
That was 15 points. And I'm going to go into the thesaurus and figure out an appropriately terrible name. But in the meantime, play passes on to Val.
Okay. I'm gonna continue on with the icebergs because I don't think there's like enough icebergs and everything. But I'm not muted. Okay.
No, you're good. Icebergery.
Yes. Because we need more.
Yes.
There. Okay, roll 20. Let me choose my color.
You know, I was noticing it was really lagging on me when I was trying to pick my color. It takes like forever to pop up.
It really does. And then you're just like going, what? What's going on?
Mm-mm.
Don't do this to me. I'm gonna pick some large squares this time. I said large. That's not large.
When you're doing the squares, you have to click and drag them, I think.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
I did the freehand draw shape that time.
This forest is called the Gloom.
Of course it is. We made a really depressing place.
Yes.
Like, whatever our civilization is, they've been through some shit, man, because they've named the forest the Gloom. The cliffs are called the Dire Cliffs.
I don't know why I do this to myself.
There's
but
the
I-
Dread Canyon or whatever you
Yes.
call it.
Yes.
And then in some cases, they're just quite literal. They're like, these islands are frozen. That
Yep.
wood is impenetrable. That cave has a lot of slithering things.
Yep. Alrighty. That should do it.
Excellent. Cool.
Those are extra glaciers.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I love it. Excellent. All right. New round and new roll. And, I get a +1 finally because I ended with 5 or fewer points. Ooh.
Oh, nice crit, Tim.
Oh yeah. I guess I'm going first again.
Nice.
Jim's been rolling really good this whole freaking game.
This makes me wonder. This is like the one thing where I didn't want. I decided not to put the die roll, but it's sort of interesting how it's coming out. I'm actually going to turn off the die rolling sound just in case it's bothering anybody out there. So that's. There we go. So I guess I'm going first again. Let's see. More things. More terrible things. I should put something not terrible here. That would probably be nice.
Is this our last round for this phase of the game? This
It
stage?
can be if we choose it to be.
Okay.
It's there's sort of a vote that's going to happen at the end of this round.
Gotcha.
When we'll decide if we want to move on or not. And that'll kind of be how it is going there. I want to put something like really weird out here in the water, but I haven't quite figured out what to put out there. as of yet. So it's I feel like I want to put like something like a column of fire or something that has absolutely no business being in the real world.
What are those things called? Those things have a name.
Columns of fire?
Well, like when they're underwater.
Fumaroles.
Is that what they're called?
Like the... Oh, no, I guess that's just... A fumarole is just melted rock.
Oh, okay.
That does give me an idea, though, actually.
Aren't they like underwater vents or something?
Yeah, exactly. So
Volcanic vents?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
a hydrothermal vent. That's what it's called.
That's what I want to put one of those out there. Now, I'm wondering, do we think this should be a climate thing or a land shaping thing?
A hydrothermal vent?
Because if I put a massive hydrothermal vent out here,
that's not climate.
Then that would be land. That would create it would affect the climate.
Right.
Because you've got this almost supernatural level of heat coming up out of there. But, yeah, okay.
Also, that would explain why everything's so cold down in the south, but not necessarily up in the north.
Yeah.
Like, it could be in a really cold place, but between the volcano and the underwater vent, it kind of heats up that whole side of the continent.
So... Okay, I made that spike a little too tall.
Nice.
That's basically what we're looking at.
Our hydrothermal vent, that placement makes sense too because of the volcanoes there. Unless that's what you said, Janaya, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like it.
So that's what we're looking at there. So yeah, that's gonna be that there. Yeah. All right. And they probably have a name for it. I'm not sure, but I wanted to take up about 4 hexes with that, so that drops me by 6 points. So I'm down to 12. And let me see. What else do I want to do? I'm going to do a second thing.
Yay!
That's Hell's Vent. And let's see. Come back. There we go. And I think I'm now going to create a... Oh yeah, okay. It's like this is kind of like steps, but they're more grassy. Do you know what those are called? What I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about? First of all, it's like halfway between a mountain and a hill, but it's like they've got that sort of feature where they
like steeps.
I'm thinking of like it's like places in South America to a certain extent where they've got these where they built these hills, these massive hills, rocky hills, where they built this. I'm going to just create some massive rocky hills. I think that's going to be the best way for me to just describe it as massive rocky hills. And let's see, I've got 12 points, so I can do 8. I can do 8 hexes. Okay, so I'm gonna put that here. 1, 2. Extend roughly about that big. Right, this is kind of a... So there are these big hills. Yeah, like the Machu Picchu terraces. Yes, thank you, Adam. That was sitting there in the chat to remind us of these things. Yeah.
I was like thinking of a plateau or plateaus or something like that.
Yeah. So it's like it comes out to these big sort of plateaus, and then it drops down into a valley down in here. So it's like kind of rough getting in there, getting in and out a little bit. But there are trails, or there will be. But does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
It does. Plus, whatever we create life-wise can make the trails.
Yeah. This sort of terraced affair.
Is that going to be the name of it?
The terraced affair.
Sure. Okay.
The something with terraces. That's not sure. But well, I will go to the thesaurus and figure it out. I think that probably there's some civilization that would call it like the Nope, they wouldn't. I was going to use like gallery or a balcony or something because I'm getting that off of terrace, but I'm not sure. I'm working on it. I'll let that boil for a while. I'll let that simmer. But I have created a terraced thing that looks incredibly strange, and I have no points left. And then play passes to Val. Looks like.
Oh, okay.
You got 11 points.
Let's see. I believe I'm gonna make some caverns around. These are caverns too, right? Right.
Yeah, but
Okay.
next to the volcano.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna make some caverns down by the gloom.
Ooh.
And let's see. Freehand. And I'm gonna put like a little color type of thing.
Just making the terrace look slightly less weird.
Yeah, we can work with it. The thing. That. I'll do my best and use all my points.
That's gonna be a shit ton of caverns.
Oh, you know. All right.
It's like the Mammoth Caves.
Right.
Ooh, nice.
Well, that's like an actual place.
Oh no, I'm no. That's what I'm saying.
Because I saw
like
the Underdark like, and I was like thinking, you know what? We need some more of the Underdark like places in the world.
Yeah.
Because we all need that.
Oh, that's great because then it connects directly to this place where people possibly can live because I'm imagining it's kind of fertile in there. Because the rain probably we need more rivers probably soon. Jim suddenly realizes, but I mean there probably are rivers on here that we haven't drawn in. It's not zoomed in far enough, but nothing
Right.
major. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Like the ones that we have are like major type
Yeah.
rivers.
Okay. Cool.
We can always draw more later. They just cost us more money
This is
bucks.
true.
Yeah.
And so it goes to Knox, who's got 8 points. Got 8 points during that thing, that roll.
Okay. Not knowing much of anything about how this land feature is formed, I'm gonna make some salt flats.
Ooh.
Oh.
And
Good.
I'm gonna make them. I think I'm gonna make them like over by the volcano, maybe. If that makes any damn sense. Okay. So, how many points do I want to use on this? Let me think. What?
Yeah, salt flats are created usually when there's like there was water underneath, like ocean type coming up underneath, but it doesn't quite make it. I think if I recall correctly, that's yeah. Sorry, go ahead. But that's a good place for it because of that. Because then they can show up pretty much anywhere, but anywhere that the sort of
Yeah, because
land's moving around.
there's the Bonneville salt flats that are on the other side that are west of a mountain range of the Great Salt Lake. And that's why I'm like, how did those get there? What are the accompanying features around that? And it's just mountain ranges and shit, so I have no idea. Whatever you say, Jim. Okay, so let's go ahead and... So that's 3... That's 6. And this will be 9. I think I'm willing to spend 9 on that. And I'm just gonna make some cracked looking lines in here to indicate the dry, cracked surface of the salt flat. Hope that looks okay. I like a giant purple leaf.
That's great. I like it. I love that we have salt flats. It's very cool.
I thought about it. Should have put like the Dead Sea by the Pale or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's still time. Let's see.
Okay, that's it.
Cool. Very cool. All right. And it's down to I think. Yeah. Wait a minute. Did I write this down correctly? I did not. Yes, there we go.
Yeah,
Good
I
eye.
rolled low. I rolled a 4. I have 2 things I want to do, and I can't decide which one. I feel like there's a lot of blank space over here by the pail that I don't want to leave completely blank.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually going to do a series of kind of hot springs in here. So this is going to be like a hydrothermal valley.
I love it.
So it will be a combination of like drinkable water and undrinkable, terrible, poisonous water.
Oh.
And good luck figuring out which is which.
Yep. Maybe a little bit of like things that melt animals because of acid contents, stuff like that. So that's going to cover like these 6 squares.
As has been pointed out in Zoom chat, I think the races that we populate this place with are just going to love us so much.
I know.
Yeah, this is a pretty hellish place.
Throw rocks straight at the sky and
Yeah. And then we're just laughing at him saying, we were drunk, okay?
Yeah.
intelligent design, my yeah.
Oh, nice. And those are those are geysers, vents. What are those again?
So they're like hot springs, geysers, fumaroles. So just kind of think it's like a big, gigantic Yellowstone kind of place.
Ah, yes. Coolness. Excellent.
And it makes sense that it's going off of the like the boiling streams by the volcano type of thing when it erupts and Hell's Vent.
So it is that is the 5th round. So the way that we determine if we are moving, this is what now we must decide if we're going to move to the next stage, and the way we do that, I actually want to get to the place where it's there in the rules, just so that I make sure I'm doing this right, because I know that it's like there's I think it's like if one person wants to keep going, we keep going into a 6th round, but then it'll there's fewer and fewer people have to want to keep going at that point. I think it's like let me just double check real quick, because I may have that completely wrong. Let me see here. Where are you? Clarity.
But the races can look forward to going west, because west is a lot better than east.
This is true. All right.
Or is it? Dun dun dun.
Everyone in the east just like, but the west are just so soft.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they say about California now.
Oh my lord. Oh god, what have we created?
After 5 rounds, the game may move from the first to the second age or from the second to the third if a majority of the players vote to do so. And after 10 rounds, the age may shift as soon as any one player wishes to do so. So that's how it works. So we're gonna take a vote. Do we wish to who wants to move on to the next age? We have 1 vote to move on to the next age. So I think that we're going to, if no one else wishes to vote to move on to the next age, then we'll go ahead and do 1 more round at least in the age of land, just to keep the land cheap, so we can fill in a few more details. I think is what folks are looking at.
Yeah.
But do we want to do a break first before we leap into it, as we're getting close to the midpoint?
Yeah, I'm okay with a break.
We do a break real quick? All right. We're going to go to break for a few minutes, and then we shall return and build more things. We shall see you shortly. Hello, we have returned. And we are once again going to be doing another round in the first age when the building land is cheaper. So we, one more time, based on the number, remember to make sure you're adding in if you have a bonus, and roll your 2d6. We'll figure out what order we're going in.
My rolls are terrible.
I did a +1 last time, so I actually think I get a +2 now. So there we go. Okay.
I don't think I took a bonus last because I had like 14 points or something.
Yeah.
+1 this time.
All right. So, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first? Not.
I
We
can go
both got
first.
10.
Yeah, I can go first. Switch it up. Actually, I don't. Sorry, I don't want to do anything.
Oh, okay.
I don't have any ideas. I'm fresh out.
Oh, that's your turn then. That's fine.
So you go now.
Excellent. Okay. Yes, you can totally pass. There's no. You don't have to. You don't have to take a turn if you don't want one. Because you still get to keep the points. Let us see. So. Let's see. What do I want to fill in? Let's go back to the thing. There's the thing. Okay. Anything else? I mean, I've already put Hell's Vent in there. I mean, that's going to be the pinnacle of my creations at this point. So let's see. We've had sort of a weird terraced thing. We've got some mountains down here. We've got... yes. Okay. Let me see. I've got 10 points. So I think what I'm going to do... I'm going to have a... Yes. Watery feature here, I think. Need to decide where to put it. Ah, excellent. I'm going to take a suggestion that was offered to me earlier.
Oh?
Yes!
Ooh.
And I'm going to sort of on the other side of the pale. So beyond the pale, haha. And
I was waiting for that.
It had to happen sooner or later. Something was going to occur.
Oh, I know what you're gonna do.
I'm going to make this kind of this river that comes in and turns into this sort of oasis thing. But it's really frickin' big. I am even going to get a thicker brush because that is how this is happening. All right. And let's see. I've got 10 points, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can just do this whole thing if I want. This whole little area down here.
Now we get to watch you make some palm trees.
Yes.
And a little like pond or something, and
A bar for umbrella cocktails. It's
Yeah,
much
exactly.
way there before there's people.
Zoom way in. Yes, that's where the Celestial Travel Agency is.
So it's basically Florida?
Yeah, basically.
Oh my god.
So I think I made it a little, well, it looks kind of weird, but there it is. It's this little sort of island in this massive kind of structure, and I think we probably have a couple of, tributary rivers type, stuff coming off of that, little ones. But because it would make sense. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. I've basically spent 9 points here, but if folks don't mind terribly, just to make it make sense, I'm going to do a very thin little thin little blue line just to kind of come down. Let me see. Oh no, I can do that. That makes absolutely no sense. Wait a minute. That doesn't look like anything. But yeah, basically I'm just making this sort of this little area that is considered perhaps celestial almost in some fashion by folks, because it's this amazing little this amazing, well, big kind of oasis-ish thing here.
So it's a little bit like our Mount Olympus, only we have more of a paradise type of thing.
Yeah, totally.
Does the water come up from the ground and then run out to those edges?
I think maybe it does. I think that's it's weird, right? Because I was originally just gonna have it be rivers coming in, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that would be interesting if there's this. I wasn't gonna put it on a mountain, but maybe it's slightly elevated.
Or like on a steep, like a mesa?
Yeah. So maybe there's like a. I've got a little room there. So
I mean, there could even just be a springs there, which would be perfect for an oasis, like a, bubbling up from deep underground.
Yeah, that's cool. Actually, I like that. Yeah, where it's just sort of it's weird sort of spring thing that just created this sort of flows in. Maybe there are also a couple of rivers down here, but that's kind of as far as it goes, because it's like anything that maybe there were rivers earlier, they dried up. I don't know. Of course, we're just creating it, but yeah, and so.
Yeah, I mean that happens. Like in the summer, sometimes rivers run dry, and then when it rains, they fill back up.
And so we just have this area inside that is unusually crazy fertile.
The Fertile Crescent.
Yeah. This strange utopic little area. All right, and I'll figure out what it's called in a little bit. But that's me.
Okay.
So then, it goes to...
My turn?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to sort of headcanon the world a little bit here and say that in some areas of this world, there is underground water that is running through kind of porous rock. So I'm going to make this lake right here. But the lake is basically... So there's this waterfall in California called Bernie Falls, and it's a river that runs from the top into it, but most of the water comes through an underground aquifer and runs down below. So this is actually a deep kind of hole in the ground that's worn out by weakened rock. And waterfalls come in from all sides, like about halfway up or halfway down the cliffs in it, and run into a pool at the bottom of it. So when you walk up to it, it doesn't look like there's necessarily a river running into it, but when you look down, there's water running down the sides into this deep hole.
That's cool as heck. Yeah.
Sorry, I was muted.
And that's my turn.
Okay, I googled it because I'm like, I got to see what this looks like in real life. But yeah, that's super cool. It's like the waterfalls are coming out of the walls.
Yeah. So it's kind of like it. I imagine it like because it's huge. It's like a Victoria Falls kind of thing, but it's running into an enclosed area.
Mm-hmm. Super cool.
Very cool.
I'm glad you guys added these two features because they're like full of character.
Good. All right. So then that goes to Val after that.
Okay.
This down here is the life spring.
Mm.
Oh, I like that. Let's protect the life spring and cut it off. I want to make some magma rivers, like to cut it off from here, like that type of deal. So let me do that. That way, people that are there are safe.
Yes. Safe.
And also just to make the people love us just that much more. It's not like y'all are really gonna tell on me. Oh yes, it was all V that did this to you.
Well,
It's
we
not
might.
like- It's not like there's a giant ass volcano just hanging out right there, looming
know.
over all of our all of our civilizations that are coming.
Wait,
It's
how much is an event?
For Ragnarok.
Cataclysm is only 10 points.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Holy shit!
Jesus.
No matter what age you're in, apparently. A catastrophe, I should say. 1 inch of catastrophe is 10 points.
Oh, okay.
That's a little more reasonable.
There we go. I will let you decide how many points that is.
Okay, so let's see. That's it's a thin line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I mean, I'd say
all my points type of thing. I can cut a little bit off.
I'd say that maybe. I mean, just for that, I would go. What do you folks think? I'm thinking 6 points for something that's just long and thin like that. What do you think? Because I know it bleeds into a fifth and a half hex,
Yeah.
but it's also very narrow.
I think that's fair.
Yes,
Okay.
6 points.
Yay.
All right, Volcanic River. Excellent. All right, so that's the end of round 6, and now we vote again to decide if we are moving on. So who wants to move on to the next age? Excellent. We are moving on to the age of the races. The points change, and to the second column that you've got there. They're in your notes. And actually, something I'm gonna post right now in the chat for anyone who wants to see it. This is the if anyone wants to pick up a copy of Dawn of Worlds and see what we're talking about as we're going. That's the PDF. It's free. Anyone can go and grab it. It's always been free. We move on to the next round. And so once again, same. Point rules are pretty much the same. It's not. Nothing really weird changes. We make our rolls based on however many points we had left over. I don't think I reduced the points that I spent though when I created that. I did. What was it? 2, 4, 6. So I spent 9 points. I need to reduce that down to 1. There we go. All right. So I get a +3 because I had +2 last time. Okay.
Well, in our little world, 3,000 years have passed.
Yes.
Right.
All right. Excellent. Let me also just fix one or two tiny little things over here. I just realized. There we go. Turning that off. Because I realized where the loudness of the chat beeps were coming from, and that's because I have so many windows open. I have all the windows open right now while I'm doing this.
So I should have like a +3 by now, or
I'm going to mess with the map just a little bit whilst this is...
If you had a
going
+2 last time,
okay.
then you would get a +3 this time.
Alrighty. I'll do
Yeah.
that.
And that's the highest it can go.
This will hopefully snap back to exactly where I need it to be, and we'll find out in just a moment if that worked. Yes, it did. Excellent. Okay, good. All right. Yay, things.
Let's make some mermaids!
Yes, it is time to make the mermaids. So let's see. Going back by these rolls. Holy crap! Okay, I guess I'm going first again.
You have the wonder rolls.
Sorry, I was just adjusting things in Roll20 just so that to make things more optimal outside for those watching, and now I come back and I'm like, oh yeah, I won that roll, so I guess I better do something. Professionalism. Anyway, so Age of Races, I got 14 points, so that gives me a total of 15. I guess I should probably make some things. So something in this, by the way, I'm just going to go ahead and give away the power gaming thing that some folks figure out after a few games or one game as they're playing this, and that is that if you have an avatar, which is someone you create within the history of a particular race that's already on the board, then you can do seemingly almost twice as many things because your avatar can do things for you. So that is a thing. You may want to get an avatar quickly. Now checking back. Oh, we've lost the. I see that I just lost the. We've lost the point totals in that window. What happened? Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah. Let me make sure I. Okay. Let me just zoom out. No? Okay, I'm going to reload that window just to see if it comes back. And I'm going to, while that's loading, let me look and see here. It's create race is 6 points during this age. So I think it's time to build things. So I think that the best and most sensible use of my points right now would be to create a race of scorpion people in the Pale.
Yes!
I think that would be the most sensible thing to do right now. So how I'm gonna represent that, which is sort of in the Canyon of Dread, up from the Canyon of Dread, come these sort of humanoid scorpion folk, and
what part's human, what part's scorpion? That's the most important part.
I think that yeah, I mean, you can. I think they walk mostly upright, but they can when running go down for and use all fours. They've got like 2 arms and 2 legs, but they have scorpion tails. I think the tails are the important parts. So it's so they're not quite like the sort of centaur-looking things that you sometimes will see when folks want to make scorpion people. They're slightly more humanoid than that. Yeah. So they kind of they don't walk fully upright. They're a little tilted forward as they walk, and they're generally they range in sort of from sort of black carapaces to sort of brownish, purplish and brownish out to brown, depending on sort of what kind they are. But right now, the first to emerge are going to be just sort of like almost jet black. I don't think I'm going to have a clever name for them. They're just going to be the scorpion folk, and I'm going to put a little note down there that's where they're from. I think we should probably put a little dot or something to indicate that that's their origin point. Maybe a see, it's weird because like on a map, if you put like a dot or a star or a circle, people think of that as a city. So I don't want to do that exactly. So I guess I'll just draw like a little. I can't draw a scorpion very well, but I'll try.
Make like a little heart or something.
I could make a little heart. Yeah.
Stick figures with stingers.
Yeah, there you go.
like a little heart or something with, and that's that. And that's where we have the scorpion people, scorpion folk, emerging from that part of the Canyon of Dread. They're in the Canyon of Dread, so they're throughout it. So that's, you usually pick a feature, and that's where they exist primarily.
Jim, I feel like you're missing a really just obvious low-hanging fruit sort of filler name for your scorpion people.
Oh, yeah?
The Scorpios, duh.
The Scorpios? That could be that could be a gang that they form later. I don't know. So that'll be 6 points off of the. Sorry about the delay here as I'm trying to figure crap out. So that's 6 points, and let's see. I've still got like another 9 points. So I should probably do something with that. I think. I'm gonna have an avatar appear within the scorpion folk.
Oh my gosh, this is terrifying. This feels so right for Jim too.
Time to go to Fantasy Name Generator.
Oh my god.
Of course.
And I'll be looking at that while during other people's turns, but an avatar arises within these scorpion folk, and I think that's all I can actually do with. I can't do anything with them immediately. I think the same round that I create them, I think I have to wait until next round before I use them, but because they just came into existence. But that's what I did there. And yeah, oh man, I should have created tokens. Oh well, too late. But they have they have an avatar there that will do that, and that'll be my turn. And so then that will next go to Janaya.
Okay, do I want to go adorable or terrifying?
Why not both?
Well,
Combine the two.
I mean, obviously, but does anybody really have their eyes set on the Slither Caverns or the Swamp of Delphi before I take one? Because I'm a little more. I want to leave space for people.
Do you?
Feel free.
Okay.
Well, follow your bliss, Janaya.
Yes.
Follow
right.
your heart.
Oh, my heart. Oh, my little dark heart. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the Swamp of Delphi, which is pretty much cut off by these mountains over here. And I'm going to make a race of ghost-like creatures that exist within the fog. Their materiality is sort of flexible. They're like there, but then they're not there. And they clearly reproduce by some kind of like interaction experience that's like a mind melding thing that becomes a new concept, that becomes a new creature. And they look like humanoid creatures that are a little bit like the girl from The Ring, but they have no mouth. They only have kind of like huge unblinking eyes. And I'm going to put them over here. And then I'm also going to create an avatar. And my avatar for them is going to be a priestess that they worship, who's much more solid than the rest of them. She's managed to incorporate the water of the swamp into her body instead of just the gases. And while she doesn't have a mouth, she can radiate ideas out to the entire race, like loudly through their minds. And if anything in their minds is in contradiction, it is obliterated by the strength of her thoughts.
Jesus Christ.
I'm following my heart.
Yes.
You are.
Excellent.
And I'm terrified.
Do we know what we're calling this race of beings, or right now? Sort of like ghost people, or?
No, they should be. Well, it's the Swamp of Delphi. So, I mean, let's just call them Delphinians.
Excellent.
And then the priestess's name will be Samber. Sambere. And I'll write all that in there and draw some things.
Yeah, I think the by the way the avatar that I created just a little while ago, also I forgot to describe physically, does in fact look more like the Scorpion King, basically, as the sort of the centaur looking thing going on, where it's like scorpion and like, but very, very beautiful person front, which is actually not, by person I don't necessarily mean human, it's still a scorpion, scorpion folk, but very very beautiful, just in its elegant, in its the way that its chitinous shell is glows in the sunlight, and that is going to be called Therastatos, which I will also probably write down somewhere. And Janai, is that all the points you want to spend this round?
Yes.
Okay, and so we move on to Nox.
So I have a question. So creating a race is just the race of people, right? Or like, how does the city come into play? Because I don't see like create city or anything.
Let me see. There is a. Okay, just checking the thing. I think. I'm talking about buildings.
So is it that you create the race, and then if you want them to have like a city,
there is a separate thing to think. I think you just command the race, and that makes them build the city. But let me just check here, because I remember this is how. Cities are founded with the power command race. So that's you. If you want a city put somewhere, you just command them, and they will build a city.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna jump in with some peoples as well. And I'm gonna, as I shine like a god right now on camera.
It's just your inner divinity showing.
Yeah, it's my turn.
You're seeing your true self.
What are those things? I forget what it's called. The little, is it like algae or something, or bacteria that glows at night? Those have like a name. I don't remember what the fuck they're called.
I don't know. The process is called photoluminescence, but I don't know anything beyond that.
I think that's what they're called. They're like photoluminescent something and others, but yeah, I think that's bioluminescent. That's what I'm thinking of. I think. Anyways, whatever. So yes. Yeah, they're bioluminescent algae. That's what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna make some mermaid folk because I feel like I have to own that outburst at the start of this game. So
you can't say mermaid folk and not do mermaid folk.
Yeah, that would be strange. Okay, so I'm gonna use like I want to use like a neon color. Here we go. So they're going to live over here where this reef is. And they are going to be bioluminescent mermaids. Which is why I wanted to know what that was. And yeah, they just live in this little space here.
Cool.
And I will also make an avatar to do my bidding. Oh, I guess I should decide a name for the mermaid people. Let's keep it classic and just call them mermaids. Or merfolk. We'll call them merfolk. Because I don't think that they have tails. I think they're more like the actual like D&D merfolk, you know, where they have like webbed hands and feet, sort of deal. And for my avatar, I think that this race of people, they don't have they don't exist along the gender binary. So they look very human. They don't have like weird fish faces. They're all like very beautiful and stuff because that's what's fun. But they all like look, you know, indistinguishably androgynous.
Okay. Cool.
So the avatar is the same. Very beautiful, has long I think like a black body, long like teal colored hair, big, you know, black eyes like a fish or something. And I'll come up with a name for her. Are those all the details?
Yeah, I think we're good. Works for me. Yeah, and if that's everything you want to do this round, then the turn passes to Val.
I have a question. Can I re-roll since I rolled a 1d6 instead of a 2d6?
Ah, I see. If you want to basically roll another d6 and add it to that, we could do that.
Okay.
That?
I don't know how that happened.
Just 1d6.
Okay.
Yeah, so you got 10.
10. Okay, that'll work. And how much is the avatar again?
An avatar is, during this age, I believe, 7 points.
7?
Let me
Okay.
double check, because I wasn't looking at it when I did that. Yes, it is 7. But you should create a race first before you can create the avatar. That's
Right.
how they do this.
Yeah. That's 7 or 6. Okay, but I'll figure it out. Okay. What I want to do is make a race of rock people.
Ooh.
Like magma people type of deal. Right
Race,
here.
Yeah, race is 6 and avatar is 7.
Okay. So I'll be able to do it next time. So I'm gonna make them. I'm trying to figure out how I want to represent them. Type of deal. Come on, roll 20. Catch up with me. Very good. Sorry about that. It's just here we go. And I'm gonna put them by where they can see Hell's Vent. So yeah. I'm just gonna represent them by the R. Let me make it a little bit bigger. There we go. So they're right there.
Yeah.
And I guess I can write their name type of thing.
For sure.
I'll be really the rock.
So is this another?
And so that'll if that's it, then that'll end the round, and we do another roll.
Is this like Dwayne the Rock Johnson? Is this another like? Is that what we're? Because we've got Dwayne Johnson, the Scorpion.
No, they're like just magma rock people type of thing. So yeah.
You do have this sort of rock theme.
Yeah, It was either that or killer penguins. So I might still do that later.
That's fair.
Someone at some point has to make the Brendan Fraser race of like mummy people or something.
It's coming. It's definitely coming.
I remember that. That was back when I had faith in that franchise. So yeah, we can go ahead and roll for our points. Ooh. Cool. And just so everyone's aware, the cumulative is the highest it goes is +3. Yeah.
So that's actually a 14.
Yeah. But you still will go first this round.
Okay. Let's see. What do I want to do? So now we're going to go cute. So I want to make a race in the... Oh. Didn't we have another forest? Is the Ironwood our only forest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, the Forest of Decay is there. That's the sort of dark
that doesn't
gray.
sound cute.
Yeah.
So,
That's our only major forest. Everything else, there are probably trees around, but it's nothing that big.
okay. In the Ironwood, I'm going to make a race of intelligent lemurs
Ooh.
that live in the tops of the trees. And their civilization in my brain is sort of based off of Kira Magrin's The Cozy Den. So they're just like endlessly moving around the tops of trees and trying to work together to create spaces to make everybody feel comfortable and well taken care of.
Oh my god!
And they're just like, lemurs that do cute little human things with their hands.
That's awesome.
That's super cute.
And what should I call them? I'm going to call them the Snurgles.
Oh.
Snurgles.
And I don't think... I mean, they're too communal to have an avatar. So I don't know what that would be. Let's see. What else could I do?
Can you advance one of them? Or create a city or whatever? Command race?
Yeah, I mean, what happens if I advance the civilization again? What does that do?
Aha. So when you advance a civilization, that power causes the city or civilization to gain expert knowledge of a given science or magic. So this means they are the best at this thing. And they have a list of different things like magic, war magic, healing, warfare, steel, weaponsmithing, sailboats, writing, literacy, etc. And it can be anything, pretty much.
Right.
I actually remember I played one game where we had this race that it was a fantasy race, but for some reason I decided, yes, they're advanced at interstellar travel.
So I'm going to advance them and make them the best at engineering. And they basically have just like engineered all these systems to keep them really safe and secure and cozy in the tops of these trees.
Cool.
So what will I do to mark that they're advanced? I guess I can put like a little gear next to it and say engineering.
Sure.
Okay. All right. That is my turn.
Excellent. And it will go to Nox.
Oh god, I'm not ready. Okay, so I'm just checking out what command avatar does.
Oh yeah.
They can lead an army.
Mm-hmm.
They can command city, create order. Okay, so So it's kind of like it cheapens the cost, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Okay.
So you can still take your deity actions, but then the avatar can do any of those things.
Okay, I'm gonna command my merfolk avatar Flux to how does that work again? What was it that creates the city?
Command. Well, I mean, command race is, I think, the thing where you can make them build a city.
Okay, yeah. Is that one I can do?
Under the avatar, or just?
Yes. Oh no, wait. No, it doesn't say you can command race under command avatar.
Yeah. So you'd have to command the race directly to
Oh, okay.
have them build a city.
So I'm gonna do that because I want a city. So I'm gonna spend 6 points to command my merfolk race
Will be the first city.
to create a really cool city in that reef. An immortal must first establish his presence by creating sects within the race before influencing.
You've got that by default if you're already the.
Oh,
If it's
okay.
your race. If I wanted to create a sect dedicated to me within the Merfolk, I'd have to do that. If I wanted to command Merfolk, I'd have to do that first.
What, create like an order? Is that what you'd have
Yeah,
to do?
I'd have to create
Okay.
an order dedicated to me.
Oh my gosh, I can see how this would be fun. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, stay away from my mer people.
That's so close to the desert.
Okay. I'm just gonna invest everything in protecting my mer people. Okay, so I'm gonna command the race. They're going to create a city in the reef. And I imagine this reef is like huge, like a super reef, like fantasy level, huge. So there's, people-sized, like entire cities, almost kind of similar in appearance to the Machu Picchu, or the buildings built into the walls and stuff. And yeah, I just imagine just these merfolk people just swimming in and out at all sort of levels. So yeah, they're gonna make a city there, and I'm gonna put a shape down, put a circle to indicate my city. Let's roll 20 lags. Here we go. And let's make a city. Let's make my circle filled as well. There we go. All right, so I've got a city there. I'll decide a name while other people are going. That costs 4 points for command race, which is what makes my city. Right? Did I do that right?
Yes.
And I have 15 points. Okay, so I'm gonna do another thing. Okay, so okay, so I'm gonna have the avatar take the command city action, and they're gonna build. The people are gonna build the city or whatever. Is gonna build a tower, a big ass tower that starts underground, emerges from the top of the water to keep an eye out on these bastard scorpion people. Because nobody's trusting those motherfuckers. And it's gonna be I don't want that. I want a square to represent my tower, and it's gonna be right there. And it also gives me an army. The army comes with that. So now I have an army.
That helps.
And I'm just gonna end it there because I feel like that took a while, and yeah. So that's it. That's done. I'm gonna name my shit while other people go.
All right. I think it's to me now. So, yeah, I have so many thoughts and so many things I want to do.
This is where it's getting more fun.
Oh yeah, this is where it gets into it, man. Man, it's where it gets into it. But I think what I'm gonna do is yeah, a couple of different things we could make work here. Yeah. This is the most horrible thing I could possibly do. I'm going to create another race. And they're going to appear in this valley up here, under the balcony, whatever it is we're calling it. I guess it's just the balcony. I'm just calling it that. Until a better name is chosen by someone. And these are kind of they're slightly unusual creatures. They have they only have the 2 arms and legs, and they're sort of a light brown color and very soft looking, and they have hair coming out of their heads. Humans, I think, is what I'm going to call them, probably. And that is where I'm going to put the humans.
They had to show up somewhere.
Humans show up to ruin everything. They got prime real estate, man. I put them where the best real estate is, which is the real problem, I think. But
what could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? They're right next to they're right next to the tunnels leading under the gloom. This will of course this will end well. And I have 7 points. So I'm going to build them an avatar. Also, we will manufacture an avatar in their shop. And I'll figure out what I want to call said avatar in a minute. But before I do that, I think I need to have my Scorpion avatar give a command. Which, let's see if he can. If they can, let's see what can they do. Create order, command order, create city. Oh, create city. Oh, it is creates. Okay, that's weird. So yeah, you actually can have the avatar cause a city to exist. So if so I don't know if you spent points before on the having that city built. But I think you actually could have an avatar do that.
Okay, cool.
So if you did, you get those points back.
Sweet.
Basically, because I don't think you used your avatar. You have an avatar in there, right? Or am I? Or do you? Okay.
She's beautiful.
Yes. So yeah, you could have just had the avatar do that, so you can get those.
Okay,
points back.
she does that, and I
Yeah.
give myself a refund.
So yeah, I think that Therastatos is going to also found a city over here in the Canyon of Dread, which will be the just kind of the happy scorpion utopia. Sort of over here, in the edge of the canyon, which I'll figure out what to call Scorptopia in a moment. But that's what that is. So,
naming is like the hardest part of this game. Like,
yeah.
All my shit has super lame names because I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So there we are. And so next it goes to Val.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make my avatar for my magma rock people, and I'm gonna name him Mammon. So that's about it.
I like that. That's a cute name. It sounds like a rock name.
Yeah. Let it catch up there. And since I have an avatar, I can just go ahead and let him, or do I have to command him type of thing? Or no? It's not automatic?
So I'm sorry, what do you want the avatar to do?
Just find a city type of thing, or that's...
Oh yeah, no, that's you just wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it was under.
Let me just double check something. Command avatar is 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, never mind. I'll have to wait. And that's it for me.
Oh, you don't have enough points for it?
I just have enough points to
Oh, to create the avatar, right? Yeah.
Right. So yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I've been trying to forgive me for being distracted. I've been writing stuff down and looking back and forth and making sure we're
You're
it's
good.
got
fine.
all the stuffs. And I did see that there are names for things on here. That's good. Excellent. We're going to the next. We're going to be going to the next round.
Is this going to be our third round? So are we starting our third round?
Yeah, this is the third round of the second age,
Yeah.
and so we go ahead and make
These ones
our
feel like
roll.
they take a lot longer.
Yeah, it does appear, and actually, as we're rolling this and figuring out the points here, ooh, okay.
Yes! Finally.
Before we go into that, let me ask, do we want to do another break at this point, or do we want to keep going and just finish out within the next half hour? I'm good either way.
Yeah.
I think I'm good right now because I don't think we got back like on the half hour exactly or whenever it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe if we're gonna go longer than a half hour, we'll take a short break before we move on to the relations.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's keep going, figure out what we're see what happens and do that. Righto. So Val is going to be first.
Yay! With my 15. Okay.
Yeah. Get it.
Yep. I'm gonna command Memon to create a city for my rock people. I don't know what's the name of it, but I'm just gonna like draw a little rock town type of thing.
I just imagine like it's taken because every round is like years or something. Like I think it's 100 for this age.
Yeah.
So I just imagine Mamon's just been like fucking around for 100 years.
Probably so.
Like, oh, I don't know. What
Yeah.
did you say? Make a book.
Drinking lava, eating other rock, like non-sentient rocks type of thing. But now he's like going, "Hey, make a city, damn it!"
Yeah. Stop fucking around.
Yep. And since that's 12 and my 3, 14, 15, 13, 14, 15, that's 7. I need a calculator because I suck at math.
You know what? I'm surprised nobody has made a race that lives inside the volcano.
Oh, give it time.
I see.
And that's command avatar is 3. Wait,
1
that's
point.
Command avatar is 1 point.
1 point. Oh, well. Okay, then I got 14. Okay.
Yeah. I think you can only command an avatar once per round.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. It only costs 1 point when you do it.
It doesn't have an asterisk on it.
Let me see. An avatar can perform one of the following many mortal actions
Oh.
in a turn when commanded.
Yeah.
It has a qualifier in the text.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna create another race down here at the frozen tundra of penguin people type of deal. So yeah. Wait.
Penguins.
Yep, penguins type of deal. So let me find.
I love how none of us have picked like classic fantasy races. You know, there's no elves yet or anything.
Yeah.
I was thinking about making some frost elves, but I just
Oh,
was like,
Ooh.
that'd be cool too.
yeah. But why not sentient penguins?
Why not?
Do they have lasers on their heads? Oh, that's for when they advance.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Oh,
when
thank
they
you for
board their
that.
spaceships.
Yep.
They will be advanced in laser technology.
Alright. That's
I imagine that like, oh shit. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do next. But I imagine
Oh god,
like,
what have I done?
I imagine like when they develop their laser technology, they just shine it in the water, and the people, the merfolk in the frozen, like cold waters,
mhm.
like chase after like cats, and they have this weird like relationship.
Basically my little penguin people are like entertainers to the merfolk and everything. So they're
They're just like, what
friends.
dumbasses.
And they're kind of evil and just laughing. So yeah. All right, I have 8 points left, so I'm gonna make it avatar as well. So that should do me. I don't know what to name the little avatar just yet, so I'll do that while everyone else is going on Tapadilla. So now I'll do my turn.
Cool. And it's to me. I still
Yep.
haven't thought of the names for all these beings, but I'm working it through. I've got 8 points, so I shall do some things. What things shall I do? Well, I have... I want to advance the... I want to advance the scorpions in something. And I think actually I'm just going to advance the city. I'm going to advance their Scorptopia over there. And I wanted to do something where it's like it becomes a massive center of philosophy and literature. Because why not? Because you were not expecting that, are you? But I need something slightly more solid to attach it to, I think, that makes some degree of sense. So I think I think they're going to be first in... Yeah, because it's the thing. The trouble is with saying like philosophy, that's a very general thing, so it's not really an amazing thing. But yeah, there's this. Yeah, so here's it. I'm doing the events, and it's this. They create this sort of. They have this sort of this chorus that is able to do this kind of near magical kind of singing that affects the world. I'm trying to explain it, and I'm not doing it very well because I do not have the words. This sort of will working through through music, basically. I'm advancing them in music. There we go. I knew sooner or later I would figure it out.
I like it.
And that's just that city that is first in music.
Cool.
And so that's 4 points. And so then, let's see. Kind of want to do one other thing. Before well, actually, no, I'm just going to command my avatars. I think that'll be better expenditure here. So, Theristatos is going to... What's Theristatos going to do next? Let's see. Command avatar. Let's see. Yeah, he's going to create that scorpion chorus, basically. That's an order within. So the choristers of the choristers of dread.
A melodic.
Yes. Or the chorus of dread really is all I need. The choristers are within a chorus, so the chorus of dread, and that's what's going to happen with them. And then the human avatar, who I still also have not named, is going to have them found a city over there. They're in the shelter of the thing.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you have humans.
Yes.
Freaking humans.
Yeah, you gotta watch them.
Crafty
They're coming
bastard.
for you. And I will name that city when I come to it. But in the meantime, we are moving to Janaya.
Okay. I have 10 points. I would like to play with my dolphins. And so I'm going to use my avatar to build a city, which I will name. So that's 1 point. And then I'm going to advance my civilization, which I'm going to advance it in psychic warfare magic.
Ooh.
And then, because I'm a terrible person, I'm also going to corrupt the civilization by dropping its alignment by 1.
Excellent.
Holy shit!
I think you said in the games that the starting alignment was between a -1 and a +1.
Yeah, the starting is 0. It's neutral, which means crimes are punished to maintain order, but the punishment fits the crime. Self-interest drives action just as often as benevolence. Mercenary attitudes are common, but it's neutral. So you're corrupting them by 1?
Yeah.
So that means... yeah, go ahead.
Deceit, bodily harm, defacement of property, administrative theft.
Yes, that becomes common practice, yes.
So that will be another 3 points. So that's 9 points, and that's where I'm going to go. And I will name my city and put it on there, and note that they are advanced in psychic warfare.
Corruption!
Did you use your avatar for any of that?
I used my avatar to build the city.
Oh, okay.
Excellent.
Oh my god.
And so next we have Nox.
Oof. Okay. So, I'm gonna advance my civilization of merfolk, to, have the knowledge of water magic. Controlling water. So, like, the water has to be present. They can't just, like, conjure it out of thin air or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I will make a note over by where I have them labeled on the map. And that costs advanced civilization is 5. Okay, so leaving quite a few points. And then I think I want to create a sub-race, but the area I want to put them in is over in the icy area.
Oh yeah, when you create a sub-race, I think that's at least the way I play it, you can put them wherever you want.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So then I will do that. So I'm going to create a sub-race of merfolk that can survive in colder waters. Yeah. So I will label all that on the map, and let's see. So that's advanced civilization is 5 points. Create subrace is, where are you at? 4, so that's a total of 9 points. I should probably command my avatar to do something. It only costs a point. What can I command the city to do? Let's see. So if I command my avatar to do something, would that apply to the subrace people too? Like, if she's like, "Hey, icy mermaids, make a tower as well," or something, whatever.
I'm sorry. Let me make sure I understand what.
So I want to use my avatar. I want to use their command city action, which lets you build something.
Right.
But it's in a city.
Yeah, the tower within the city would be what that would be.
Right.
Like.
So this actually wouldn't even be over here. This would be like over in the actual coral. I kind of fucked that up. Okay. I will futz with that stuff later. Let's see, what else could I have my avatar do that would be advantageous? Let's see, they can command city, create an order, command an order, I could create another city with them. Oh, could I create a city over in the frozen area?
You've got the other folks over there, right? The subrace.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they're there, you can use. Well, now let me back up. Are you talking about using the avatar to do that, or are you talking about?
Yeah. Are you talking about using the avatar to do it?
Okay. Yeah. You need to move the avatar over there, which we didn't do tokens or anything like that. But
is that a thing that happens?
So that's kind of it's like it's one of those things where it would kind of count as a. The way that we usually do it when I play it on the tabletop is it counts as a command to move the avatar to another place. Same as like if you want to move the civilization or have them spread out into another place.
Gotcha.
It's like commanding them. So that would be... So you'd need to move them there first before they can tell them to do that. Of course, they can have their own avatar if you wanted to make one for them, but that's it's up to you.
Okay. All right, I won't do that. Okay, so I'm just gonna stick with the create a subrace and advanced civilization to give my merfolk people water magic, and that's it.
Excellent. All right. Next, okay, I think that's that turn, and so we get to roll again, and we figure out where we are. Let's see. All right. Oh, low rolls this time. Okay. So I have 9 points, so I'm gonna go first. I think. There we go. Yeah. All right. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to. Yeah, I think I'm going to actually do that there. I'm going to advance the humans, I think. I'm going to, if I have the... Actually, let me look at what I have the points for real quick before I go too crazy. All right, there we go. I'm going to advance the humans to make them basically first in agriculture. So they're like super farmers. And I'm going to spend another point to... let's see, so I advance the civilization, that's 5. And I'm going to spend another point to have the avatar command them to to migrate. I'm going to have them spread out. Which means that they're still going to be here. But then I'm going to have them move to another place. And the other place I'm going to have them move to is here. So the avatar is going to still be over with the originals, but they're now also going to be over in the Life Spring. And they don't really have an army per se as such, aside from, city defenses way back over there, but they're over here. And so let's see, I've still got 5 points left. And so I think what I want to do with that is, I'm going to this is a very strange thing I'm about to do. I'm going to purify the scorpion folk by 1. These are good scorpion folk who are just very much about death and dread.
You needed some happy humans to come cheer them up.
Yes, that's right. Which means that they're... Now, the common practice amongst the scorpion folk are honesty and functional public works. And so that'll be everything from me, I think. Wait, let me see. Did I command the... No, I didn't. I still have I can do an avatar command for the scorpion avatar. So much juggling. So let's see. I actually could have done that as the purification move, but that's all right. Yeah, I think that. You know what? I think I'm gonna have the yeah. I think I'm gonna have the avatar command the race, since I did this before, I guess. I'm gonna have the avatar command the race, if I may, to the scorpions to also spread out. And since I don't think there's anyone there yet, I'm going to put them in the Slather Caverns. And so they'll be over there now as well. And that is my turn. And it goes to Janaya.
Okay, I'm going to use my avatar point for the Delphins to raise an army. Because did I get an army with the city? Were you saying there? No. So I raise an army with the Delphins. So that's 1 point. And then I'm going to say that the Snurgles with their advanced engineering have come up with the advancedest engineer. and her name is I don't know, Pawsy, something like that. I'll come up with something better. So, and she is working there, so that's 8 points. And then I'm going to let her take an action there, which is going to be to build a city. And that will be all 9 of my points. And I won't further corrupt the poor Delphins this round. Next round.
Not yet.
Not yet. I like this polarity I've got going.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's very. It's very cool. It's very cool. It's so cool what can be done with this stuff. It goes to Nox next.
Okay. I thought I had an army already. I don't. I'm gonna have one. So my avatar is now going to command the people of Kua to to train their people, use their magic for offensive and defensive purposes, to use the found objects in the water, sharpen them into various forms of pointy things and other doodads. So that's the avatar doing that. And I'll add a note on there that so that is in the city itself. So okay, Kua has an army, armified. There we go. So that's 1 point. Keep track of this, so I don't have to hold it in my head. And then what else? Yeah, it is a lot to juggle because like there's a shit ton that you can do, and to be honest, I'm doing a horrible job of thinking about it on other people's turns because I'm just like, what is this person doing? I think I'm going to command the I want to create a city.
Okay.
So I'm going to command the cold water mirrors to create a city over there, which costs me 4 points. And they're gonna get a city as well over here. I like how we made all of these land features, and I'm spreading people out in the water.
It happens.
Like, who needs land? Whatevs. Oh my gosh, Roll20, get it together. It's just being so damn laggy. I'm not accustomed to lag in anything that's not Tomb of Annihilation. I'm like, this should run easy. Nope, okay, that's fine, whatever. So they're gonna found a little underwater place. Nope, how do I make a circle? There we go. They're gonna found a little underwater place here. And I'll decide a name there later. And then I'm going to I'm going to advance and make sure I'm not using up all my points. Advance the city is 4. I think I have enough for that still. I'm gonna advance this someplace to be really good. Is this the thing I can do for the city to make them like really proficient spies and stealthy people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
like first in spycraft.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, that's what they are experts in. Because
Awesome.
I don't trust whatever's going on up here in this swamp area. Now there's a fucking army.
Never know.
And that's it for me.
Excellent. And then that leaves us with Val.
Okay, first, Ubu is I'm gonna command them to make a city, and Ubu is a little egotistical, so he names the city after himself. It's like Ubu. And then I want to advance the civilization, or is it advance city?
You can do either one. Well, actually, I think you can. I think advancing the city is a little cheaper. Let me actually, once again,
Yeah.
advanced city or civilization. Let me.
I got enough for either or.
Advanced city is like 1 point less than advancing civilization, but otherwise it's pretty much the same kind of thing.
Okay, so I'll just advance the city for them to be proficient with the lasers, type of deal. That way, they have they play games with the merfolk, teasing them, or they can also, if they have to, use the lasers for destruction or defense. So yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Here we go.
What side of the coin are you on?
Well, they're the Keek are okay. They're chill and everything. They just like to kind of play games and everything, but they're just like saying, "Whoa, there's a lot of them," type of deal. So they're like going like, "We got this," and they're like doing their experiments in Ubu and everything, and it may cause some burns with each other, but they're cool. Thing. So yeah, that'll do for my turn.
Okay, now let me just take stock here. I think we've got a decent map here, a decent number of things here. So, we're coming on toward our originally planned end time. So I have a recommendation that what we might do is take one more turn, and then we have a round of not necessarily a turn after that, but sort of a ending narration of things. How does that sound? Does that sound okay, or does
that sounds okay to me?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll do one more turn, and then we will end it narratively in some fashion or other. So let's roll. And let's see. Okay, so I'm going to be going first again. I got 12, which is, I think, what I needed. So for my move, what I'm going to do is I'm going to advance the scorpion folk. I'm going to advance the scorpion folk in dimensional travel. They have found, through their song, they have figured out how to slip between the cracks of reality.
Jesus.
Oh, so we're going that far out. Okay.
Well, as soon as lasers got put on the table, I realized.
Yeah, I mean, Val, you opened that door, so.
Yeah, it's
true.
It's a form of abjuration.
All right, just wait for what's coming.
Yes, it's like, uh-oh.
Look at the time.
Yes, my goodness, is that the time? And then I'm going to advance the humans. Let's see. I wanted to advance them in something incredibly defensive, or basically. But I think... Yeah, they're already actually in pretty defensible areas now that I'm thinking about it. Just, as it turns out, the places where I put both the human civilization centers are kind of okay. So, at least at the moment, until something terrible happens. So I think that, yeah, I'm just going to have them... We already have someone advanced in engineering. I think I'm going to advance the humans in architecture separately, if that works. And so that puts me down to 3 points, and I'm going to command my avatars. The human human avatar over here is going to command them to kind of build a wonder. A sort of a grand step, as it were, where they can easily harvest things and defend, sort of a kind of a agricultural utopia type big giant building thing. The sort of the master silo. And I think the Scorpion avatar is going to issue a command to basically going to the Scorpion avatar is going to create an order of basically a dimensional watch. Yes, basically the Scorpion people are going to become reality cops.
So they're the Night's Watch, so to speak.
Of a sort, yes. They're the Dread Watch. And that leaves me with 1 point, and I'm done. And it moves on now to Janaya.
Okay, so up here in Sky Willow, Misty Ann climbs to the top of the tallest tree and looks out through her spyglass with her cute little lemur hands and sort of gazes on the world around them and realizes that everybody is fucking awful. And so she says, in order to keep our little cozy home, the most important thing for us to do is basically disguise ourselves. So she moves all signs of them up higher into the trees and basically builds a series of traps through the ironwood. So that's going to be my building structure avatar turn. And I'll note that somehow. Down here, the dolphins, I'm going to use my point to move to the sunken veil. So I'm going to expand the dolphins into the sunken veil so that they are across these two bodies of water. Mm-hmm. And then, let's see. So that's an avatar point, right? Mm-hmm. So that's only 2 points. That gives me 7 points left. Oh, well, I'm definitely going to corrupt that civilization another step further. So That's 5 points. So they're -2. That leaves me with 4 points. What are my command race options? Hold on, let me look. Oh, and I'm gonna use that to raise a secondary army in the Sunken Vale. So I have an army in the swamp and an army in the Sunken Vale of psychic warriors that are good to go. And that's my turn.
All right. Excellent. And now we move on to Val, looks like.
Okay. What I want to do is order Ubu to begin trade with, is it the Frick? The Coldwater Mers?
Frick is the name of the city.
Oh, okay. I want to just order Ubu to start a trade with them, type of thing. So yes, and then I want to. So that's 1 point, and then I want to advance the city twice. So that'll use up both of my stuff. First advance is one where they can synthesize food out of the ice. So a little bit like Star Trek type of stuff with the little what's it called? The
replicators? Or...
Yeah, that's it. And then the next advance will be space travel.
Why not?
Yes. Because,
Oh.
So they have flight now. I figure, so yeah, and that'll do.
Just cut out the middle one. Well, I mean, space travel doesn't have to be through flight. There could be other means of traveling through space.
True.
They become flying penguins.
They could be.
Yes.
Oh,
Finally
actually, that is good.
achieved.
With
their lifelong
lasers.
goal.
Flying
Yeah.
laser penguins. I'm liking this a lot.
Yep. But they're nice so far and want to trade with the merfolk,
Yes.
You think Disney's going to make a movie about the flying laser penguins?
Man, I hope so.
Possibly. And that'll do it for me.
Well, Knox, it's down to you.
Holy shit. Okay. Good God. I fucking have no idea. Okay.
By the way, when they're coming with the food, they're like flying to y'all.
The merfolk are like chilling on, like the Coldwater Mers are like chilling on, broken off pieces of ice. Like, what the fuck? Okay. I'm going to how do I do this? Where's it at? Here we go. I'm gonna make a and I think I want to do command order. Oh, I think I know what I want to do. Hold on. How much does create order cost? It costs 6. Man, why is it so expensive? Okay, I'm gonna create an order in the Dolphins. And
So you have to pick which settlement, or does it just create within the race?
by this power, the god creates an order of people within a civilization or race. So I can decide.
Yeah.
So I think it's within the city, right? Because you have a city in here.
Yeah.
Zelifar. Yeah. So I think it's an order within the Dolphins, founded in the city of Zelifar, of people that are in opposition of what they think is this move towards warfare. All of a sudden, like, territories being expanded, armies are being founded, and they don't really want any part of it. they kind of just want to live and not be bothered and just sort of feed psychically on whatever is around. So I'm going to create that. And that order of people, I guess I have to give them a name probably just to help organize it all. I'm just going to call them the opposition for the sake of expediency.
You got Nox worshippers in your race.
Yeah, I'm going to call them the Noxers. There you go.
Noxers. I approve.
Okay. And I'm going to add that text to the map right here now. There you go. And a little line to indicate where they're chilling, which is down here in Zelifar. And that cost me to create an order costs 6 points. All right. Oh, I can command an order too. Holy shit. Okay. And so I have 11 points. Leaves me a little bit left. I'm going to use I'm going to use Command City, I believe. So I'm looking for here. Yes, Command City to establish like an army of spies in Frick. Like basically like an assassins or thieves guild kind of thing.
Cool.
And I will add that to the text here as well. There you go. And that's going to be it for that turn.
Okay.
For me.
So, what I think we're going to do is we're going to do we're each going to do a little narration of what we think happens to each of our races that we've got out there. I think what I'll need to I think we can incorporate into that narration a free cataclysm or a positive event, if you wish. And I think we should roll to see what order we go in. So we won't get the points, but we'll do the roll anyway.
Do we get the plus whatever?
Yeah, we still get the plus. Because I think that's going to end up being significant.
Damn, Janaya, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
It's okay. It's better if the dolphins go first so you have time to react.
Oh, God.
You don't want to have them have the final say.
Oh, you're right. We need to right the wrongs that are about ready to come at us.
Yeah, have you ever played Dialect? You never want to have the worst thing go first.
Yeah.
Go last.
Everyone rolled? Okay, yeah, you rolled right after you did. Okay, cool. So yeah, it looks like Janaya is. So you're first here. What happens? And you don't have to bring everything to an end necessarily, or there's anything, but just something for the purpose of the setting.
I'm not gonna bring a cataclysm, so I can do one sort of narration for each race.
Yes.
Is that the idea?
Yes.
So the Snurgles behind their walls with their traps actually develop a small amount of air travel, kind of like janky, but kind of, I don't know how you would do it, kind of like wooden toy boats that are really cute, that can fly through the sky. And they basically get ready in case they need to go and rescue people from things that might be happening. So they ready their boats and are like kind of staying up in their trees, watching what's happening through their spyglasses. The dolphins, meanwhile, Priestess Sambert sees this opposition happening and decides that really the most powerful tool available to her is fear. And she decides to work with her army based both in the water tapped into the underground aquifer of the Sunken Vale and being so close out to the edges of the ocean, which is surrounding the continent. And they basically imbue all water that they can touch with a deep psychic fear and dread, which spreads to people who are drinking the water.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Go.
Nice.
And drop mic.
There we go. Well, there we go. So let's see. That brings us now to Val.
Well, thank goodness for the replicators. The thing. So yeah. Let's start with the rock people. They really never get it together. They just stay really kind of primitive and just kind of. They encounter the scorpion folk. Maybe they fight them. I don't know. I got bored with it as a deity. Type of thing. But moving on to the Keek, I see them trying to continue relations with the merfolk, and they actually start traveling more and more into space and everything. Cataclysmically, I believe they try to make a space station out in space, and it blows up. Type of thing. So somehow they regroup and everything. So yeah, but they don't have to drink the water because they have replicators. So yeah.
Nice.
And I'll just leave it at that.
Wow.
And then it goes to Nox.
So I think that I'm really gonna cut on a limb here. I think that the Noxers that they have some spies too, okay? And they hear about the priestess's plan, and so they prepare themselves for it. And I think maybe they even leave the city of Zelifar, then head into the Forest of Decay, and just kind of set up their own shop there, like a completely separate group of these dolphins, to try to avoid the shenanigans from the priestess Sambari. And I think the merfolk don't really drink the water as much as they breathe it through their gills. I think to make some really epic shit here, that the corrupted water hits the cold water mers first, and Olive Frick starts having, which is a horrible name, whatever. Starts having horrible freaking nightmares, and word gets back to Flux, the Avatar, and she's like, "WTF? What's this about? This is the whole city is stricken with nightmares." So she comes to check it out. I realize it's some sort of magical influence, doesn't know the source, and using water magic and working with the cold water mers, they're able to start turning water into, actually freezing the water, and so they actually kind of create this frozen ice barrier that completely walls them off and protects them. And I don't know exactly how she'll do this, but that merfolk Avatar will return back to the original city of QO, which is in warmer waters, and they will likewise start to prepare to deal with whatever this threat is, in whatever way that they do it.
Okay, so it's to me.
Wait, no.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I have one catastrophe.
Oh, yeah. What do you want?
The volcano blows up.
Ah!
Maybe it kills the Rocklelia because, they never got it together.
Yeah, I don't know if it does. I just know that the volcano blows. I don't think it's like crazy destructive. It's not like it's a normal amount of destructive for a volcano.
Yeah.
But yeah, it blows.
Excellent.
That's why they never got it together.
I'm drawing a rectangle when I mean to draw to draw other things. That's all right. Never mind. So yes. Then that being the case, the volcano has exploded, and I think a number of things happened. So it turns out humans need water, apparently. Some design flaw or other. Luckily, the humans of the balcony, being expert and having their avatar there with them, whom I finally in the 11th hour decided her name is Galia. She has them seal off the valley, where they have had and sort of perfected their own means of preserving and recreating and regenerating, restoring water, digging for it as need be to find the strains that they need. But they essentially become the civilization of humans in the fallout shelter. They through both arcane and architectural means close it off so that it looks like they were never there. If you go down into the balcony, below the balcony, you can't. There's nothing there apparently anymore. Just these strange step hills. Similarly, as the runoff from the volcano has come down, and that and caused a lot of craziness with the Wonderland Valley, Hell's Vents going nuts and jetting up into the sky. This lower part of the continent, I think, is going to crack right about here, where this river of lava is, and the low end is going to end up crumbling and falling into the ocean. Those humans on this grand oasis sink down below. The few that survive do so by communicating with the merfolk and adapting, and they essentially become, Atlanteans is probably the best term for it.
I like it.
I do.
Yes, so somewhat joined with the merfolk to an extent, but they're still sort of their own distinct thing, and they live in their sunken civilization down below. The Scorpions, the moment the volcano erupts, they're like, okay, I think it's time to leave this world. So Therastatus has them peace out. They vanish from the caverns, and they vanish from the canyon. Except perhaps there are still descendants down there, but none are. And perhaps they had treasure down there at one time. Perhaps terrible things happened as they panicked at the last minute. They're great to go into the halls of their great city, but they're probably still contain wonders, but none know, as no one wants to go and look. But it seems they're all but gone.
Can I offer a suggestion to the Scorpion people? I think that some of them that were left behind, the avatar of the merfolk welcomes them in, and like you end up with like some hybrid merfolk scorpion people.
Nice.
Yes!
Whatever the fuck that looks like.
Awesome!
Yeah. Then of course the Keek are like putting up posters, and the Fricks have like, come with us to space, we have food to drink.
What space? We have plenty of space here under the water.
Just come with us. You know you want to. We have food to drink.
Well, that was delightfully crazy. These things tend to happen as when you decide you get to the last round. You basically go nuts, and it was. I'm glad to see this was no exception. Um,
And all that was about 300 to 400 years
Yeah.
of time in our little world of when we started putting people in.
yeah. So I'm gonna go. I think we're gonna go ahead and close up. I'm gonna go ahead go from the on my screen the bottom upward this time. We're sort of reverse of what we did before. As ask folks to just say any last thoughts they had about this game, and where folks can find you online. And we will start with Janaya.
Hello. My name is Janaya. You can find me anywhere at Janaya, usually on Twitter. I am starting this week my art stream on Thursdays at 1 p.m. Pacific. So if you want to come hang out and watch me draw bastardized versions of medieval books, that's what I will be doing every Thursday at 1 p.m. Pacific. And I'm also going to pop on there a little bit and play some speed dating for ghosts and other things. So if you want to know what I'm doing, then you should just follow me on Twitter because I post there too much. So yeah, so follow me there. As far as this game, I'm very much looking forward to getting back together to play the dialect for the humans that are trapped underground in the balcony, terrified of the scary mist people.
Yes!
I think that's going to be an excellent dialect game, and yeah, so I think we should figure out when we're going to do that. But this was really fun. I'm always just amazed at kind of the capacity for narrative, where you just start drawing pictures, and like the group brain fills in these amazing stories. It makes my little heart so happy. So, thank you.
And I'm just going to say quietly here that I may or may not have dialect on a future one-shot schedule at present on my calendar.
Well, hello.
That's awesome. Oh, that's great. And moving on to Val.
Hi, I'm Val, also known as V Fergie. You can find me on Twitter at V Fergie. Also on here on Twitch as V Fergie. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays is when I stream. Mondays and Wednesday, I play a lot of Dead by Daylight and Guild Wars 2. And then every Friday, I try to do a different RPG game. This time, I'm currently playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So yeah, and also I have YouTube, but I have to restart it because I changed my name finally to V Fergie, so I have to do the thing. But on there, I do reaction videos and also gameplays of Let's Plays. So that's where you can find me.
Cool. And did you have any final thoughts about Dawn of Worlds?
Yes. I had a lot of fun, especially there at the end. It's just kind of the having to make the land and everything. It's fun. It's a lot more involved than I thought it was going to be, and didn't really know what I was getting into when I was coming in, but I knew it was world building. But it was interesting. I enjoyed it, especially, like I said, being able to create the different races and then have them. I think if it went longer, that the little penguin people would have made AI or something. So yeah.
Penguin AI. I love it.
Yes.
Excellent.
So yeah.
And finally, Nox.
Hi, I'm Nox. You can find me on the internets on Twitter at NoxNoctua, where I tweet about whatever I want, a lot of game stuff. And you can find me other places on the internet every Tuesday over on Anaris's channel, playing Tomb of Annihilation at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And that's it for me. I'll have a lot of other stuff that's either coming up at the end of the month or is on odd days of the week. This coming Monday, over on the Variant Rules channel at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, I'll be playing in a Goblin one-shot that takes place in Waterdeep. And it's with the crew that we played Dragon Heist with, actually, where we're prizing our playgroup to play goblins, affectionately known as the Grumble, which is the plural form of goblins.
Grumble of goblins.
Yep. So I'll be playing Hannah Rose and Kelly, the opera geek. Their collaborated subclass they made the opera bard, so I'm excited to play an opera goblin. So yeah, come hang out. Tomorrow actually. As we do that thing. What do I think about this game? I love anything that's world building. I personally own and have facilitated a couple games of Downfall, so this was like right up my alley. I love that you can draw. You actually like get to physically you actually get to create the map. I think it'd be really fun to play this with like map assets, see what kind of really cool thing you could make. I think this would also be a lot of fun to play with like restrictions for to test it out in different types of genres or whatever. Like this is going to take place in space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Add like a create planet option in all of your choices. But yeah, I love this. I thought it was super cool. I loved seeing Janaya's fucking dark ass race just expand out. I was like, this is gonna be bad. And that's honestly, at first I thought it was gonna be Jim that was gonna take his scorpion people and like start expanding out just because he's got that evil laugh on lock. But then Janaya's fucking creepy ass psychic warrior Japanese ghost women people. I was like, oh, I gotta fucking fortify the shit out of my mer people. I gotta get some spies going on. I gotta get ready. And then meanwhile, Val and her penguin scientists are just like, bye, fuckers, and woo, blast it off into space. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome. I loved I loved it. It was so great, just the whole thing. So yeah, I always enjoy getting to play Dawn of Worlds when I can, and I'm glad finally I had the opportunity to do it on the channel. And I think yeah, it's one of those things you can. Part of me wishes we could go longer, but and do more. But then another part of me, I'm just like, this is one of those games that goes basically as long as you're willing to throw things into it. It can go on forever, so you have to finally stop at some point, or just exist in an eternal state of Dawn of Worlds, which I guess wouldn't be that bad. For humanity, who knows?
Plus, we can always come back to this at some point.
That's fair. That's fair. The map's still there, so you never know. Well, once again, I'm Jim Ryan. You can find me at OtherDoc on Twitch and Twitter. My website is jimyesthatjim.com, where you can find my Geek Observation podcast and links to my various other podcasts, audio dramas, writings, and such. And I've got links down below here to my website, Twitter, and YouTube channel. On Friday afternoons and Saturday mornings, I play video games. This coming Saturday, the Cold Ruins of Last Life will return. That is a setting for Dungeon World where we're all playing undead. I'm looking forward to leaping back into that. And Sunday, 1 week from today, we're going to be starting a run of The Quiet Year, which is another map drawing game with more of a post-apocalyptic theme, and it's all about rebuilding a community, and I'm dying to get at it. So I think that's going to be awesome. When we go to the outro card, a little bit after we go to the end card, I'm going to do a raid on Off the Table because they are doing a 12-hour stream of Fall of Magic.
And it looks fucking beautiful. Like, my mind is blown at how good it looks.
It's gorgeous! Mm-hmm. It's gorgeous. So we're going to head over there for anyone who wants to hang out and come on by. Thank you so much for watching, folks. This has been great. Take care, and I will see you all of a sudden.
Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.